Wade. Joe. Joe. Uh-oh. 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 There you go. Thought about it. Yeah. Thought about it a little bit more. They tow one of those honey bucket things. It was a nightmare.
This is the port terminal where we have.
Beautiful day here in Seattle. Do you guys remember there was a show called The Real World? You guys remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
One of the first episodes, The Real World Seattle, was shot right here. This is Pier 70, right at the end of the dock. They built this multi-million-dollar apartment, fixed it up with all kinds of really cool furniture and artwork, put some unemployed teenagers in there, and called it The Real World.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of world I want to live in. Tell you what. Here on our right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Edgewater Hotel.
This is amazing. Oh, yes.
Edgewater was the home of the Beatles back on their first U.S. tour, their very first U.S. tour back in 1964, ladies and gentlemen. The Beatles. Sound out there.
Life's sweetest reward.
You guys might have heard. Hey!
Okay, good.
It floats back to you. So we'll be making it.
You guys hear about the Shell oil rig? Have you guys heard about that?
Oh, yeah.
Big thing of news. So it's out there. It's a thing that looks like a rocket ship off in the distance. That's the Shell oil rig out there. Very controversial.
Won't hurt anymore.
It's an open smile on an empty shore. It's love. Welcome aboard. It's love. All right.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, there's people down here. You'd experience a horrible but wonderful thing. On June 6th, Seattle, 1889, one of the worst possible things that could happen did happen, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, it was Seattle was undergoing one of its worst droughts in history. It had been 3 days without rain, 3 long, dry days. And the city burned down, but they called it the Great Seattle Fire for a couple of reasons. First of all, nobody died. Go Indians! Go Tribe! Come on, man. Oh yeah, they gave us a chance to rebuild from the ground up, giving us this beautiful collection of Romanesque revival and Victorian brick and stone buildings. That was rule number 1, no more combustible materials, they said. Rule number 2, you need to put a Starbucks on every corner. And so they did. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to enter Seattle's Little Italy. There it is. See the Italian flag and restaurant on the corner. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. We're now leaving Seattle's Little Italy. It's a little Italy, that's for sure. I'll tell you guys a little something more about the Great Seattle Fire. Fire was started by a man named John Back. John was working at a carpentry shop, boiling glue. The glue bucket tipped over and caught fire. John didn't know what to do. He doused the flames with a bucket of water. That just made it worse. The glue flame spread to the business next door, which was a paint. Good! So good! So good! Bum, bum, bum.
Do you know what the elephant is?
Car wash. And the
car wash?
The car wash.
That's the car wash.
Slow us down.
Breaker 19, Breaker 19. Rub Duck, you got your ears on? This is Airshot.
Yeah, go ahead, Airshot. This is the doc, over.
Rub Duck, you got a real bad situation with Smokey just ahead of you. They got Knievel in the trees with that radar. They're looking to take you down, Rub Duck.
Oh no, but what about the guy with the dog in his sidecar?
Christmas tree lights, you stay low. You take it to the water hole, brother. Get you on time with that mother low.
That's you guys.
I'm playing decoy. We take care of the Smokey. You take care of the people. They're very special out here.
That's
Rub Duck, this Airshot got inside. We got him by 10-4, good buddy.
All right, thanks a lot, Airshot, good buddy. 10 more now. Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the man. We got a decoy ahead. That means we are clear to go. Cascade Mountains off to the left and Olympics to the right. Wait, left, right. Lake Union, 170 feet below. Our ramp, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Doc, you better back up. You don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. All right, let's turn this truck into a boat. Pay no attention to the captain, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing to worry about here. Remember your safety training. And we're floating, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, it's after 5. That means it's margarita time.
Pass it back.
Yes.
Out of your seats and stretch your legs or dance in the aisles.
Oh, I gotta stretch.
Please stay inside the dock, that's all I ask. Freshwater Lake connected to Lake Washington to the east of us. They were connected about 100 years ago when they built the Hiram M. Chittenden locks, also called the Ballard locks or the government locks. Anybody been out to the locks? You guys been out there? Some of you have. If you haven't, you might want to check them out. They're something very unique and special in Seattle. They're in the Ballard neighborhood in the northwest corner of the city. Absolutely free to visit the locks, and they're open every day of the year. Now, if you go out there, not only will you see boats and ships coming in and out through the locks, but when they built those locks, they destroyed a natural fish ladder that existed. So they built an artificial fish ladder. You go into this room that's literally underwater and watch the fish coming in from the ocean side, jumping against a very strong current from one level to the next to come into Lake Union. They come into the lake and go up the rivers and streams of Lake Washington, where they spawn. They spawn and then they die, and their offspring continue the life cycle. It's a pretty spectacular thing to see. Here on our right, this is Gasworks Park. That brown industrial living structure is the remnants of a coal gasification plant. They used to bring trainloads of coal down here. They'd fill those 4 smaller tanks with coal and pressurize them until they released a flammable gas. Now, I know there's a joke there somewhere, but I haven't worked it out yet. Anyway, they'd release that gas throughout the city of Seattle for heating the city homes and also lighting the city streets until the 1950s, when the price of natural gas became much more economical. At that time, they shut that plant down and about 1,400 others around the United States. The city acquired that property, which was then and remains even now a hazardous waste site. They cleaned it up somewhat. They put down topsoil and planted grass. But if you go there even now, you'll see there are signs that say, do not...
is just amazing. It's so enormous. What's this fall called again? Menden Falls? Huh? Nugget Falls? But where are we at? What glacier is that? Mendenhall Glacier? That's the glacier right there. This is the lake. And then out here, the sun's too bright. You see the glaciers over there? Where those people are standing? That's where the glaciers are. The icebergs from the glacier. Lane, you having a good time?
Yeah.
It's the best trip ever?
It's in the top 10, yeah.
I think it's the best trip ever.
It is really nice.
One last look at the falls before we head back. It's a mile walk up here and a mile walk back. We stay fairly temperate because we're on the deep water, so higher January temperature averages right around 30. For some reason, looking through a camera lens, I can look at it. If I look at it directly, I'm already freaked
We are
out.
now coming up to milepost 14 on your rail map, Glacier Station. It is a great photo spot as the train will be curving to the left, giving a great view of our entire train set. On the right you will see a trailhead which takes hikers up to the spectacular Lawton Glacier. This is another popular hike here in Skagway. So folks, we're just going to make a stop here very quickly. If you look over to out the left-hand side window and a little bit forward, you can see a view of the Carmack Glacier just below those clouds in the first snowpack.
So usually it's all covered with like cloud cover up that high. You can't see it.
Pretty impressive, is right, man. Oh, that's nice. Are we over that trestle yet?
I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so.
This is that trestle, right?
I think we are now.
Over that big old trestle. Boy, look how far down that is.
So you might want to have those cameras ready again because we are about to go over our famous wooden trestle bridge that crosses over Glacier Gorge. The train will be making
Look at the lady, take pictures. I'm good.
First going to the right, then to the left over the bridge where you will get another great view of the entire train set. We will also be going into our first tunnel of the day. It is about 250 feet long and can be very dark inside, so do make sure you have a hold on something before we enter that tunnel.
Holy crap. Yeah, our plane's like pretty bad. I don't want to get into the and then you can turn around and get the rest of your the rest of the train.
Oh, it got dark.
Now, during the height of the gold rush, there were many routes established to get up to the Klondike gold fields. But the most popular one was to sail up the inside passage from Seattle or Vancouver to our very own trail, the White Pass Trail, which was partly carved out by one of Skagway's first residents, William Moore. The White Pass Trail was a little longer than the Chilkoot, but was actually about 600 feet lower in elevation, which allowed stampeders to bring pack animals. Now, just beyond the summit we will be going to today, the two trails met at Lake Bennett, and from there, those stampeders would build boats and float the 550 miles down the Yukon River to finally reach the gold fields.
Hello, just like you announced earlier, I do have some items for sale. We have hats here that you can only buy here on the train for $10 with the train you rode, the year you rode it, and where you boarded your train to Skagway, Alaska. So it's kind of like a Riders Club.
And if you take a look over your left shoulder, you'll get a great look at the Skagway Harbor. And once again, all of those cruise ships in town. This is milepost 17, Inspiration Point. That body of water is called the Lynn Canal. The jagged-looking mountain range behind the water is part of the Chilkat Range, and the larger mountain to the right is called Mount Harding, named after President Warren G. Harding, the only president to ever visit Skagway while in office.
Bother to wear a helmet. And the guy said, well, you know, we like to make a good example for the children. Lake Union here on our right means we're getting ready to drive into the lake. And here's a song I like to play to remind me that when we go in, absolutely nothing could possibly go wrong. Here we go. And there's the Cornelia Marie. Deadliest Catch fans. For a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour.